Howdy, welcome back to Dion Talk. This one habit that comes from an attitude that I have, I call it my Habitude, gives me this massive quality of life improvement that happened after reaching financial freedom and retiring early. I've been retired for about 6 months now, and so kind of the point of this video, the reason why I'm making this is it dawned on me that this massive quality of life improvement that happens because I reached financial freedom and because it helped me actually increase this habit is making me save a ton of money. And if you can save a ton of money, imagine how much easier it is to reach financial freedom, to make work optional, if you could save money, imagine if you can have more to invest. Once you're financially free and you make work optional and you never have to work again in your life, it's a lot more stable, a lot more confidence instilling when at the end of every month there are thousands of dollars in your account, even though you did pretty much everything that you wanted to. And so my idea with this video is to help you understand this one habit that I have that was amplified when I reached financial freedom, but it existed before then. And the habit comes from my attitude. My habitude comes from, and you might find this hard to believe, my attitude is I don't like people. I am not a people person. I'm really an introvert. I guess that's a better way to say it. I'm more of an introvert than I'm a people person. And if you think that somebody is on YouTube trying to share their information and help other people reach financial freedom, you think going to presentations and going into rooms of hundreds of people to present, this is how you reach financial freedom, and here's how you invest in real estate, here's how I did it, here's how easy it was and how lazy I am and how you can still do it. You wouldn't think that person is an introvert. But if you look at my career trajectory, I joined the Marine Corps because you are in a small unit and you get to go to the field and deploy and be away from people. I became a truck driver because you get to work in the cab of your truck. You literally have a mobile office where you're the only one you have to have office politics with. And I worked in law enforcement. I literally got a job where I got to put a gun and a badge between me and everybody else. And as much as I like YouTube, and I do feel like here I'm actually interacting with people who are trying to make their life better, which is way better than law enforcement, because a victim or perpetrator, you're dealing with that person on the worst day of their life. But here, I literally only get to interact with people who are actively pursuing making their life better. So my goal is to explain that even as an introvert, financial freedom is possible. And this is going to be a nice short live stream that I do on my phone, so I won't have time to answer questions. I do want to say howdy and hi to everybody. I really appreciate the people who come to these live streams, and Happy New Year as we're ending the year, 6 months into my retirement. So I hope everybody has an awesome 2023. And if you're watching this in future land, let me know how it's going. But here's a habit that I had before reaching financial freedom. I told you I wasn't a people person. I took jobs where I didn't have to be around a lot of people. I am continuing to put out content where, yes, I'll go to meetups and be around those groups of people, but 2 or 3 days a year compared to working in an office 5 days a week is a massive difference for me. So in financial freedom, here's how I realized that this massive quality of life improvement is having such a huge impact on me. I'm still going to do all of the things that I want to do. I still, like everyone else, well, not like everyone else, I took an oath. I'm never going to cook again, right? I raised 3 picky kids. Each one doesn't like pasta, one doesn't like red meat, one will eat everything on the planet. They were extremely picky. I was a single parent raising 3 kids, and so I had to prepare meals for very picky kids. And when they turned 18 and moved out, I took that oath to never cook again. So I eat out a lot, right? But I don't like crowds of people. So reaching financial freedom, here's the one habit that you might be doing a version of, but it becomes so much easier once you're financially free. I'm going to go to restaurants. I'm actually still going to go out and eat. I'm not going to cook, and it saves me a ton of money. It's cheaper for me to eat out because I don't have to spend the time shopping, transport the food, store the food, throw away the waste, prepare the food, cook the food, clean up the mess. All of the steps it takes out so that I can have that time freedom that I want. Now, there are people who like to cook. So if you like to cook, that time freedom might mean you take more time cooking. So that doesn't mean you don't have to cook. Just like doesn't mean you don't have to work. I'm lazy, I didn't want to work. You might want to continue working. But here's the habit. To avoid going around crowds of people, I don't go to a restaurant on Friday night or Saturday night, or sometimes during the evening. But I do find out from the restaurants in my area when is their night of the week that they have the best deal. And have you thought about why do they have the best deal? Why are they doing a $10 steak night on Thursdays? Why do you have Taco Tuesdays? Why do you have these things? Because there's not a lot of people, right? The competition in these areas, random YouTube stars walking by, means that in order to draw people in, because there's not a lot of people there, they give you deals. So timing when I go out to eat saves me a ton of money. If you look up almost every type of movie chain on the planet, I like to go out and watch movies. I enjoy the theater, right? I like to actually go to plays and enjoy the theater too. There's a lot of people there. But if you go to the movies on Tuesdays, almost no one goes, right? So they literally have like $5 Tuesdays. AMC, Cinemark, they offer those deals. So time when you're going to go watch the movie. Here's an example of how this massive improvement to my quality of life is accidentally saving me money. That was what I did before reaching financial freedom. Now that I'm financially free, I can actually go and eat anywhere I want, anytime I want. I still choose to do it when there's not a crowd of people. It's not because of the money. No, it saved money before reaching financial freedom, but being in a financial position where the money almost doesn't matter, it's the crowd of people that keeps me out of there. So recently I was planning a trip, and this trip is just to Vegas. So I'm planning a Thailand trip, a Panama trip, a couple of trips coming up in the next year. I will also look at when is the off-peak tourist time for that location to travel when there's not a lot of crowds of people, and you get better deals. So this Vegas trip, I was looking at doing it at the end of December and going over the new year, and I'm meeting Matt, the lumberjack landlord there, and Millennial Mike there. Something changed in Matt's schedule, and he said, hey, we're not going at the end of December, we're going in the middle of January. So I look at being financially free and just shifting the dates. So instead of going, howdy, I will pause. You're good?
Oh, yeah.
No, you're fine. I'm sorry. I'm the one that's in the way. I'm going to go for a walk.
Okay.
So, while I'm still taking the trip, going there, instead of the end of January, where literally every hotel we looked at was $200 a night, and the 30th, 31st, and 1st were $700 a night, we are going like a week later, staying on the Strip, $29 a night for the whole trip, just because we're able to enjoy the holiday without being around all of the people enjoying the holiday. Now, a version of this happened early for me because I went through a couple, because I'm so good at this, a couple of divorces, one custody both times, and my kids would usually go to their mothers around the holidays. So we developed the habit of having Christmas and Thanksgiving and even sometimes birthdays off of the holiday, so that they could be with their mom on those holidays, and then we would celebrate it on an off day. So if you're looking at something like a holiday and you have to do it on the day, you're creating stress in your life by increasing the cost because of the demand of everybody else trying to enjoy it on that day. If you're going to restaurants on peak times, trying to be there, because what is the average person trapped in? Most people have that Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day trapped lifestyle. If you can reach financial freedom, make work optional, and have that schedule where literally Monday through Friday don't mean anything to you, when you go to do all of the things that you want to do can have a bigger impact on not doing them. Or looking at it as once you're financially free, you'll be able to do these on any timeline. Try to reverse that. The point of this video was to get you to think of what you're going to do when you're financially free. You won't have a schedule. You'll have time freedom. You can do things when accidentally, just by improving my life, by not going when there's a lot of people, I'm saving a lot of money. If you can incorporate some of that into what you're doing now, when do you go out? Do you look for deals? Do you do things like look at casinos and bars? Because if you don't drink and you don't gamble, they have the best deals on food because they're trying to draw you in so they can make money on something else. Do that before you reach financial freedom, and you'll do two things. You'll make it faster and easier to make work optional without having to give up all of the things that you want to do. I hope you have an awesome year, and apparently I need to do these during the week when I don't have a lot of people out here. Until my next video, thanks for coming to my Dion Talk.